Good day. This presentation summarizes the paper entitled Diploma o Diskarte, the Political Economy of Youth Employment and Survival Strategies in the Philippines. So the paper argues that youth employment in the Philippines cannot be understood solely through education or individual effort. Instead, it must be seen through a political economy lens which highlights structural labor market constraints, policy gap, and inequality. So the popular question, diploma o diskarte, reflects a tension between formal education and informal survival strategies in securing livelihoods. Despite economic growth and expanded access to higher education, Filipino youth still face high unemployment, underemployment, and precarious work. Many work jobs unrelated to their studies or rely on multiple short-term income sources. This reflects a mismatch between education and labor market needs. Structural factors like labor flexibilization, widespread contractualization, weak industrial development, and limited state capacity undermine the value of diplomas. As a result, competition among graduates increases, and many turn to diskarte. Adaptive strategies like freelancing, gig work, online selling, and juggling multiple jobs. Diskarte is not just personal ingenuity, it is a rational response to labor market insecurity, reflecting both agency and systemic failure. Study shows that youth labor precarity is global, with young workers more likely to be unemployed or in informal work. In the Philippines, education employment mismatch worsen. These as graduates are often overqualified with limited access to internship or skills training. Empirical data confirms persistent underemployment and a significant share of youth who are in NEET or called not in education, employment, or training. Government programs like Jumpstart Philippines aim to ease school-to-work transition, but they remain limited in coverage and duration. They help in the short term but do not address the structural lack of secure, well-paying job. This paper concludes that the diploma or discarded dilemma is not just a simple choice. It is shaped by structural inequality and policy gap. Diplomas remain important but are no longer sufficient to ensure a stable employment. Diskarte, while necessary, exposes youth to a long-term vulnerability. To address these challenges, the study recommends state-led job creation, better school-to-work coordination, expanded social protection, and decentralized employment programs. This reform aim to make diskarte supplemental, not a survival necessity. To sum it up, resolving the diploma o diskarte dilemma requires placing a decent work, labor protection, and inclusive growth at the center of national policy, ensuring that education leads to stable and dignified employment for Filipino youth. Thank you.